I don't know which one I should move forward.
Well, there's definitely a wrong answer.
Welcome to the Bourbon Van's 2023 Advent Whiskey Tournament, presented by Bull Run Distillery and their extensive award-winning line of craft spirits.
Well, we are backsliding through the second half of the first round here at the 2023 Bourbon Van Advent Tournament, presented by Bull Run Distilling Company of Portland, Oregon. And we have no idea what's in these. All we know is that we have whiskey number 10 versus whiskey number 23.
Yes.
The cat has a new toy. She's going out of her mind. You're going to hear a lot of that while we're drinking today. We have two head-to-head matchups. My goodness, she's tearing the place apart. Two head-to-head matchups today. This is matchup number 1. Stick around after we make a decision here for matchup number 2. And let's do a little drinking.
Yeah.
On to the nose.
Let's.
Smells like a catcher's mitt.
I've got a tea note on this one. I'm gonna try to pick something else out besides our basic bourbon flavors.
Yeah, there's some apple here, some tea I agree with.
Cinnamon and spice. Everything nice.
Some stuff's nice. All right, glass number 2.
Ooh, this smells like watermelon bubblicious.
You're getting a lot of watermelon in this tournament. I think you said that about 3 or 4 whiskeys.
I know, and I don't know if anything tastes like watermelon.
You ready to hear a tasting note that I think I've maybe given once in my entire life?
I am excited.
On the nose, glass 2, marzipan.
Oh, does that have a flavor?
Has a smell, I think.
Okay.
I don't know, there's something there that I don't fully recognize, but I do think that I like it. Which side are we starting with today on the sipping? Because I'm ready. I'm ready to go today. I'm fired up.
You are fired up. I just want to say, I applaud your marzipan.
You don't need to celebrate it.
And it smells... It made me want to learn more about this glass.
You want to study it a little bit.
Study a little bit. It is pretty earthy. So I'm just going to go with that.
Which side are we starting on today?
Let's just do the right.
To the right. Whiskey number 10.
We won't forget today.
Cheers.
A grilled pineapple charred oak.
Interesting whiskey.
Yeah.
And I love an interesting whiskey in this tournament.
Smoky.
Yeah.
We've had some really normal bourbons and whiskeys so far, and we've had a few that have thrown us some curveballs, and this is a little bit of a curveball. I like it.
There's a lot to like here in glass number 1. I haven't even taken a second sip, and I haven't given much in the way of tasting notes. It strikes me as being super cohesive, and a lot of times I don't get a lot of tasting notes on a whiskey like that. The only note that I can think of is I like it.
Good, and it's balanced.
It's balanced. Tobacco and like a limestone presence there. There's a rocky presence that I'm getting, a gravelly sort of thing. I like a lot of what that one's bringing to the table. The way that it coats the tongue is very nice. People, I think, have sent us a lot of sort of very nice high-end whiskeys, I would have to guess, because we've had a lot of this. It seems like every day we say, oh boy, these coat great.
Yeah.
I love the way that it coats my tongue. I love the flavors that it delivers to my palate. I'm quite happy with this whiskey. I think it's very good.
I've known to be optimistic in my whiskey drinking.
And
I usually like about 90% of what I drink, and then what I don't like, I'll let you know straight away. I mean, I'll let you know if I'm wishy-washy about it.
Do you not like this one?
I like this one.
Had me all primed up.
I
I thought you were just
know.
going to break bad on this whiskey for no reason.
Nope.
Just choose violence here on day 5, and you didn't.
I didn't.
Typical Julie.
Yeah, it's different.
You're absolutely right about the tea note on this one. Oh. Artificial apple all over the palate all of a sudden. What is that?
Yeah, I got a lot of honey. On the nose, I was getting a little bit of nuts, but maybe kind of like a cashew nut.
Cashew nut.
Cashew nut. Are you thinking Best in Show?
I'm usually thinking Best in Show.
But yeah, a lot of tea, some honey, which actually kind of goes well together.
It is a nice whiskey. It's got nice flavor to it, but I'll be honest, it doesn't right off the bat hit my palate with flavors that I really, really like the way that Glass 1 did.
This is an interesting matchup because these don't taste similar to each other, but they both offer something a bit unique.
They're unique whiskeys. I will agree with that.
Yeah. Tea with honey with cream. Almost like a British surprise. Well, you know, British people love their
They love all kinds of things.
They do, but I feel like tea is like their number one. I guess that's more of a...
It's a generalization,
But
I'll be honest, I don't think that's inaccurate at all.
Yeah.
I haven't given a lot of tasting notes in glass number 2. I think the tea, the vanilla, the red apple sort of artificial note that I'm getting, that's kind of where I'm at with that one.
I saw her coming already.
There's a cat.
Yeah.
Happy day 5.
It's good. We missed her on day 4.
We did.
I kind of forgot about glass number 1. I was enjoying my sleepy time sipper over here on glass number 2. Yeah, these are very different from each other. We always say it's a palate choice, and this tournament is a palate choice because there's 2 of us competing. Competing between each other, but competing with you guys.
I feel like I'm kind of competing with you at the same time.
Are you? Like, who has a better bracket at the end?
I mean, I'm definitely not going to win that. Mocha, sort of creamy mocha coffee going on here, too. Glass 1 keeps delivering flavor. I like it. They're both very cohesive. I want to compliment both of them on being cohesive to the point of having some difficulty coming up with tasting notes on these. One of them is definitely speaking to my palate. I've got a decision.
I'm on the struggle bus on this one.
Uh-oh.
I don't know which one I should move forward.
Well, there's definitely a wrong answer.
There isn't a wrong answer.
No, there's not.
Neither one of these is wowing me, so let's just 1, 2, 3 it.
Go ahead.
I'm struggling. 1, 2, 3.
We're not even going to find out what they are today, then.
I know. I don't know. I literally, I'm a bit flummoxed on this one.
That's a good word for you.
Thank you. I chose this one because I do like that tea note. I think there's something a little bit warm about it and comforting. It's more like a comforting sip. A nighttime. I'm a tea drinker too at night.
Are.
And so there's something like sleepy time, delicious, cozy about it.
You don't even drink sleepy time tea.
I don't. No, I don't. Decaf chai is what I like. But I can appreciate that in this drink.
Sure.
And there was just something about glass number 1 that just wasn't hitting my palate perfectly, and so that's kind of why I chose glass number 2, because I wanted this to be a slam dunk, and if it wasn't, I was moving for number 2, and that's not a great answer.
So you chose whiskey number 23 over there, which is coincidentally my lucky number, and I did not choose it. I chose whiskey number 10 primarily because I actually did like the flavors in glass number 1 here. I actually thought that was a very good whiskey. I especially liked when I started to get that mocha coffee thing going on over there. Really stood out to me. Glass number 2, I got a lot of potpourri as we went down the stretch here.
Yeah.
And that's definitely not my favorite. So there we go. We split once again. We're splitting a lot in this first round, way more than we did last year.
Yeah.
So whiskey number 10 for me, whiskey number 23 for you, and we'll be right back with our second matchup right after this.
Are you getting enough Bourbon Van in your life? Click the subscribe button and you'll never miss another video. All right, so we've got Julie Pour is number 13 and Do Not Disturb is number 15. We're smack in the middle of our numbers.
These are very powerful noses. We're going to need some time with these, I think. Let's get right to it.
Did you cheat?
I did a quick nosing.
Cheater.
I needed a little extra time. I'm not that good on the nose.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Even the cat knows. This smells insane.
It smells like a barrel room. Like a dusty.
Very dusty. Very dusty. I mean, this is sawdust.
Barrel room that we've just scattered.
Look what happened to my eye.
I know.
I can't even open my eye, my left eye.
I feel like nuts and hay and...
Yeah. The weirdest of the weird here.
Very farmy.
Glass number 1, the weirdest of the weird. Let's go on to glass number 2, because I don't even want to smell that again.
It makes me nervous. Oh, more pleasant.
Far less intense, that's for sure.
Wow, that one was so intense.
Wow.
Fruity, oaky, sweet. I really just want to smell this one again. Wow. You know what? It also smells like uncooked dough.
It smells like...
So I can't... Flour. It smells like flour.
It does.
So,
yeah, big old bag of flour.
Like when you're getting ready to make anything and you have to sift all the flour. Wow.
Holy cow. All right,
glass number 1. I'm nervous about glass number 1. You don't even have to bring it in. You can smell it a mile away.
Should we sip glass number 2 first?
Yeah, I think we
All right.
should.
We're going to start with the one on the left side, just so it doesn't get railroaded by glass number 1, because that is wildly intense.
And I'm going to clear up my palate just from the nosing.
All right, we're starting with glass number 2. This is whiskey number 15.
Yes. 15 and then lucky 13.
We'll see.
Delicious. Drinks a little thin to me. It's like a thin caramel. The notes are very subtle.
Very subtle.
There's
Tobacco.
some fruit in there. Ooh, the cherry comes through on the finish.
It's like a strawberry fruit leather on the palate.
It is really gentle
Yeah.
and quiet. I sometimes say this. I was like, this makes me want to whisper.
This whiskey whispers to my palate.
Yeah. And that's what this one does. Like, I don't know if it's because this one is so like loud, but I drank that and I thought, ooh, I should be quieter.
Be very reverent around this whiskey.
Yeah.
This is not. This is nice. It does. It's very pleasant, very palatable. Mm-hmm. A little bit nondescript, I would say.
Nondescript. I don't want to say it feels a little boring.
Yeah, boring is not the right word. I don't think that's fair.
It's the flavors are nice. They're there. They're just not in your face, I guess. Yeah. Better on the second sip. Vanilla comes in. Get a really real good kick of vanilla on the palate.
Nice balance on the spice there too. It is a little bit overly sweet to the point of being saccharine. I would think like the balance is way over. The dial's way over to the sweet side on this one.
I think one point in its favor is that, which is also a negative.
Is it? It's not insanely weird smelling.
Well, no, but like, there's really no finish on this.
Yeah, dissipates quickly.
And so you get those flavors, but then they're gone.
Yeah.
And so it's not like, woo, that was a lot. Like, it's just like, and I enjoyed that because it didn't last forever.
I do enjoy it though. Let's be clear. I enjoy whatever that is.
Yeah.
It tastes nice, and
Well,
I think
like
I'm so distracted by what's in glass 1. And I'm so excited to try what's in glass 1 to see if it's just as insane on the palate as it was on the nose.
I'm less excited, but yes.
So a fair shake on glass 2. I'm glad that we went there first because I think that's going to be a necessity after smelling them both. Cleanse the palates. Get on with glass number 1.
Yeah. Glass number 1.
We're just like quietly looking at each other.
I'm gonna watch you drink it first. I want to see your reaction.
It's kind of It's like walking through a grove of apple trees.
It is like dough, flour. Like, I've made the dough and now I'm for some reason adding more sifted flour into it. If I had to choose just based on the nose, I couldn't do it. It's really crazy.
It's got me very curious. You know how horses greet each other?
Hey.
Let's have a sip of glass number 1. Now you're ready, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Do you feel all the eyes of the internet on you right now?
Yeah, all like 60 people that are watching this.
Is it better than I think it's going to be? I'm nervous about glass number 1.
I think it's wildly different than you would expect it to be, and it's very different from anything else in this tournament. That is an interesting whiskey.
Cool.
You ever eat Play-Doh when you were a kid?
I can see that you have. It smells... Nope. Absolutely no.
It ends on
No.
clay. It ends on clay.
It's a no for me. It's a no. It's a no. What is no? It's a no. It's a. This is not. I'm not supposed to. It's a no. I can't even. I have no words to describe how much.
Do you know what this reminds me of? When I was a kid, my mom worked
I feel like I'm drinking something like that I'm not supposed to be drinking. It's.
When I was a kid, my mom was part of some program where like you would get like vitamins shipped to the house or something like that.
Oh gosh!
And it was every morning. It was 2 of these like
weird dry.
Weird vitamins for kids, followed by an alfalfa pill.
Yeah, that's
and I think
like
that's what's going on here. And I didn't like it as a kid, and now I'm kind of like, wow, that's a flavor profile I haven't experienced in a long time.
I feel bad saying this, but I'm not having any more of that. I feel very strongly about whatever's in glass number in the Julie pour. I feel like a tainted Julie pour for me, but I feel very strongly about it. I will drink another sip. Maybe I'll change my mind.
There's a point on the palate where I really dig it because it is interesting. It's fun. It's a nice flavor, but it finishes on alfalfa and clay, and that's strange. It's just plain strange. I like a whiskey that takes me someplace. I like a whiskey that has some interesting flavors, some strangeness. I really do.
I really hope this moves forward for you.
I could actually spend some time with this one, and I'll say this for it. It's more interesting than glass number 2.
Yeah.
Because it's probably more interesting than anything else that we've had this entire tournament.
Yeah, but it would never... I mean, for you, it might...
Oh, no. I love that for you.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm going to take another sip, but my stomach kind of hurts, like, thinking about... I mean, it's like, don't do it. And I'm like, I'm gonna go in again. You shouldn't.
Don't do it. Tell you what, it lingers on the finish,
You know how
too.
I've been saying, like, oh, our Patreons are so nice. I love them so much.
You think somebody did this out of spite?
I don't like that one.
Somebody likes this one. Somewhere.
This one wasn't chosen for me.
I could see how you might taste this and go, oh, wow, it tastes kind of like baked goods. But at the same time, on my palate, it hits like Play-Doh.
I feel like I have to, like, get courage to drink this again.
Now the entire internet's looking at you. All 60 of us.
What if I just said, like, I love it? Anyway, 1, 2, 3. No, just kidding.
I'm going back to glass number 2. I don't think I need a lot of time with it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I can see how you like this one. What the absolute F is glass number 1?
Yeah, glass number 2 is just too pleasant. Glass number 2 has nice flavor, has nice balance, has a lot to like, and honestly, going back after glass 1, I'm finding more in there. There's more flavor than I originally gave it credit for, and I like what's there. There's almost like a mixed berry thing, because there's a raspberry on the sides of my tongue on glass number 2. Oh my goodness, it's already been decided. All right, well, there you go.
Well, you didn't have to push yours forward.
No, I had already made my decision. It was all done.
What is in glass number 1? Seriously, you liked this?
Glass number 1?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
But I give everything a fair shake, and I will give you tasting notes, and I will tell you the high points of it over and over if it has high points. And this one has a few. I liked it on the palate for a minute, but the finish of like that clay Play-Doh sort of thing, that's what ultimately turned me off. But I don't mind a whiskey that has that hay farmy thing going on. I don't mind a whiskey that has outlandish flavors. This one just on the finish where it settled was flavors that I didn't enjoy.
Dare I say, might be the worst thing that I've ever tasted.
Cold-blooded. This was whiskey number 13?
I don't know.
There's nothing lucky about number 13 tonight. I believe that's number 13. Let's find out what that was. Grab the envelope and tell us what is the whiskey that people are going to start sending you over and over to say, you just got to give it another try, Julie.
I did not like that. We got a lot of extra bottles of this one.
They said there's a lot of it?
Yeah.
You can have them back.
Lucky 13. Lucky 13. What if it's something really delicious?
I mean, honestly, I found some nice things in there, but it wasn't my favorite.
I feel like it was a little harsh.
It was a little cold-blooded.
A little cold-blooded, but dang. I don't know what this is. So, Teresa.
Is it from Teresa? Sorry, Teresa. Thank you for sending.
We love you, Teresa. I'm really sorry about this. It is our friend and yours, Teresa Martinez. Thank you for sending this sample.
Thank you very much.
Biggest Little Bourbon Whiskey Depot Brewing and Distillery. Wow, it's a mouthful. Reno, Nevada, 88 proof, non-age stated.
Biggest Little Bourbon Whiskey. From Depot Brewing and Distillery.
Like it's
wow, the biggest little... Well, Reno's the biggest little city in the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love Reno. I don't love this whiskey. I'll admit it.
I'm going to take another sip because...
It is dark.
Smoke Wagon comes from Nevada. I feel like I need to give it another
And
shot.
Frey Ranch. Let's not forget Frey Ranch
comes from Nevada, and I love both of
from
those.
just outside of Reno, Frey Ranch. Yeah, it coats nice. There's some nice light brown sugar there, but it just settles on all the wrong notes for me. Sorry, Depot Brewing and Distillery. You mean well, I'm sure, but this doesn't do it for me. There you go. We will see you tomorrow for day number 6, and we will take the next 24 hours to cleanse our palates and reset everything so we can get ready for day number 6. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and from wherever we are
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's a shame.
Maybe we'll try out a different iteration.
I bet you won't.
Yeah, I don't know. We do love traveling to Reno.
Might not be welcome there after this.
No, probably not. I'm not going to get that flavor out of my mouth.